Well, hello beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Raina and I'm coming to you from Fincantieri shipyard, very close to Venice in Italy. So I've been in the shipyard on a newly built ship for about a month while they are wrapping up the construction, and it's very exciting because tomorrow we are finally setting sail for the first time. So in this video I'm going to share with you a little bit of safety information, our experience on board for the past month, and a little bit about my new home for the next couple of months. Starting from the beginning, I had a vacation in the beginning of the year, and I spent my time in New Zealand with my family. Of course, making my way from New Zealand to Italy was quite a long journey. My first flight to Dubai was 17 hours. I had a 4-hour layover in Dubai, after which I had another 6-hour flight to Venice. On arrival at Venice airport, we had a member of our HR team there to meet us all. We were quite a few people joining on that same day. We were brought to the shipyard. On arrival at the shipyard, we had to go through an induction, which is a safety induction. At the safety induction, they provided us with some safety shoes and a safety helmet. This was to be worn at all times on the ship and in the ship. After induction, we were brought to the ship, and we were issued our cabin keys, where we would stay for. Some of us had to stay in guest cabins because not all the cabins were quite ready yet. So my stay in the guest cabin was quite short before I got moved into my actual cabin, which was really exciting because I really wanted to see what my new cabin was going to look like, and you know, just see the layout and what there is. And it's exciting. It's, you know, like all things are, new things are exciting. So this is also something very important that I want to mention to you. If ever you are joining a ship that is still in the shipyard or that is in dry dock, there's going to be some issues. I mean, it is a construction site. They're busy fixing things. So while they're busy fixing things or building things, of course there's going to be some things that are not working. So my point with this is that moving into my own cabin, I did not have air conditioning, and I'm in an inside cabin, and I also do suffer from claustrophobia. Believe it or not, I've been working on a ship for almost 10 years, but I do suffer from claustrophobia, and I do have many ways to manage it, but that's for another video. I raised a ticket for the defect in my room for the AC not working, and within a day or so they managed to sort it out, but soon enough the AC was gone again. So this is an ongoing process. I must say it didn't take more than a week for it to be totally resolved, and my AC is working all the time. I think you can kind of like hear it in the background. It's a very, very loud noise, and for those people that have got kids that might be listening, it's almost like that white noise machine that you have for babies. Yeah. White noise actually helps because I live at the entrance to a crew corridor, and there's a door, and some people don't know how to close the door gently, and me working at night, I obviously sleep during the day when everybody else is awake, so it just blocks out that banging noise, and I can actually sleep during the day. Just a note for yourself, if ever you are opening up a ship or you are going to a dry dock, things are not as comfortable as it is under normal operations. So you got to be able to deal with this, and you have to have an understanding that these things might happen. So besides my AC not working or blowing out hot air for a couple of days, I also had issues with water, and my shower was cold for a couple of days. But you know what? There's a trend going on with these cold showers and ice baths, and I was just channeling everybody doing that. Not that I'm the person who actually does these baths, but I was channeling them, and I was telling myself, it's this cold therapy, you can do it, and I got through it. And like I said, tomorrow we are sailing, so this soon will be history, and that is exactly why I wanted to capture this experience for you while it is still fresh in my mind. Around the ship, when we just boarded, there was a lot of scaffolding, people working, wires hanging, and therefore we had to wear these hats. I don't have my hat with me now, I'm so sad. But anyway, I'll show it to you in another video. And we had to wear the safety shoes. After they've removed the plastic covering from the carpets, we also had to wear shoe covers. So every time you go off the ship, you will remove the shoe covers, and every time you come back on, you will be issued shoe covers. So also during this time, for safety purposes, we had a shipyard key pass which we had to scan on and off the ship, and also when we leave the shipyard. During this time, for obvious reasons, crew are not allowed to consume any alcohol, and also not bring any alcohol into the shipyard. So you are free when you go out in the port or on your time off to go to a restaurant and enjoy your adult beverage, but when you come back you should be sober enough to take action when there is an emergency. So they are quite strict with that. They have blocked a couple of people at the gate. I had to deal with some incidents where crew members came back and they were slightly intoxicated, and yeah, these are never good experiences, and not for the person who has been caught or for myself. So just bear that in mind whenever you are thinking of trying to take your adult beverage during times of dry dock, or during times of setting up a new ship. There's no reason to get yourself into that mess, and you know, you've got a vacation for a reason. You can let your hair down and you can have all the fun in the world, but as for myself, I step onto the ship and this is my work time, and I do stay focused most of the time. But I do understand there are some people that are of the younger generation that still want to party and have fun. We do have strict rules on board during normal operation, and even stricter during times of dry dock or new builds. So we all arrived. This is a construction site. We have to be safe. You have to mind your head. You have to mind your step. We're all here to work, and we're all here to fulfill a certain position. So whether you are in revenue, the revenue people arrived a little bit later, but the operational team arrived earlier to set up most of the things before the revenue people came. So for us in the operation, when we got here, we didn't have any of the tools. We were waiting for our systems to be set up, and yeah, so things were a little bit upside down and topsy-turvy. We were around most of the time, but we all needed to work our hours. We did get some time off. So during your time at work, we would do cleaning, which is not part of our normal schedule. We would help other departments with things that they might have to do, with moving stuff around, getting stuff onto the ship, and so on. I myself, because I am part of the operations team and I have been doing admin for quite some time, I assisted the crew office in getting all the crew members on. On this specific ship, we have more than 1,000 crew members, which is quite a few people. So when I arrived, there was only about 300, and now that we are sailing, we are up to our crew count that we should be. So getting everybody on board, welcoming them on board, telling them how this is going to work, or giving them all the safety procedures, and just assisting them and guiding them along as they are stepping into this new ship. So part of this, part of the package when we came, we still have internet, but it is only for surfing. It's not for streaming, so we can get in touch with our families, and we can still be on Facebook and Instagram or wherever you are, as long as if it doesn't contain any streaming like YouTube and TikTok and those type of things. So company has been really nice. They gave us that, as well as some bus tickets where we can, in our time off, actually venture out into Venice or just into the nearby town to go buy some things, or to go just spend our time ashore. during the time here as well. They had a lot of testing, emergency alarms going off. We had blackout testing to see how things are going to work when there's a blackout on the ship. With the blackout testing, they did not want any of the crew members to be on board, so we all got asked to leave the ship at those times, and that was generally at night. It was between 7:30 and 9:30. So during that time, everybody needed to leave the ship. There was a place that was set up for us where we can go sit, you can go read a book, or you can go into town and you can go have your meal outside. Our meal times have changed for those days, so they did actually serve us meals, but just in an earlier time slot. Alarm testing, I need to go into this. Alarm testing was insane. They tested every day between 4 and 6:30 the emergency alarm, and this consists of a loud whistle. I will put one in my video so that you can hear it. So this whistle would blow for quite some time. I actually went and I got myself some earplugs. So da-da-da-da. These things are amazing. They use them in our engine room as well. You have to squeeze them and then insert them into your ear, and then they will expand, and you don't hear it. You don't hear the noise, and you protect your ears. This was the first thing I went to get myself when I arrived in Venice on my day trip out. So get yourself some of these. That was also very helpful, especially during the daytime when I went over to night shift. In the beginning, I did not work night shift. I actually just worked with the day team to get everything up and running. And then when the crew count started rising, and the construction became less, I went over to my night shift. So during my night shift, there was still plentiful announcements during the day, a lot of testing during the day. Did not get much sleep. I think I managed to get about 4 hours of continuous sleep, and then I would take a break during the night time. So again, not for the faint-hearted. So as we are wrapping up business here in Fincantieri shipyard, we also received great news the other day from our captain, and that is that the crew gym is finally open and ready for our use. Our company was also nice enough to arrange for us with the local gym, so that we can go there and make use of the gym for free, which is really, really nice. The only problem was the journey there was a bit far, and my hours didn't quite align with the gym times that the gym was open, so I opted to just do some exercises in my cabin, but I can make use of the crew gym now. Crew gym is an excellent way to also just relieve the stress and to take good care of your body. So that's all in a nutshell from me today. I want to thank you all for taking the time and for listening. I hope I have shared some interesting stuff with you. I'll soon share some more information on the ship, what she looks like, and also my crew cabin. Wrapping up this video, as it is all about safety, on a side note, that is my life jacket up there, ready to rumble whenever there's an emergency. I will demonstrate the life jacket to you in videos to come. In the meantime, please keep me posted on what you think about this video, what you want to hear about. If you've got any questions, I'm open to answer any questions about life on board. And I want to apologize right now if there's any editing flaws. Please forgive me. This is my first video. It'll be getting better with time, I'm sure, like anything else. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon. See you in a week's time.